I eat 300-pound bodybuilders for breakfast. My old methods just ain't working anymore. I just want to take a Fiberlize? Wow, what is this, mango? Now, how long is this supposed to take? Here it comes! Oh, wow! It's still coming! Man, wow! There's nothing there! I haven't seen the sun in a week and a half. Look! It just came out! Look at that!
I love it!
And we are back with another exciting episode of After Hours. In the studio with me is Mr. G, as always, with some great goodies he brought. He got me pretzels, protein pretzels here. And,
here we go again, Greg.
Cookies, Lee Priest cookies here.
Greg, he's doing it again.
He put sesame on the pretzels. Did you send John Romano anything?
No.
I will.
You have a sesame seed on your nose, by the way.
Do I?
Yeah.
It's a booger.
You know, I eat these Power Crunch bars. I don't know if you've tried these things. These Power Crunch bars. I eat them like before I go into the gym every morning, and they're like very flaky, and they have like white powder on them. And every time I eat them, I go into the gym and I'll go into the bathroom after my workout. And I notice I got like white on my nose. It looks like I did a line of cocaine.
They're sugar.
Well,
waves.
you get
you
it
still
in
have
your
it on your
teeth.
nose, by the way. There you go.
Wait,
sugar,
hey, wait, can I say
Yes.
something?
Yeah,
Hey,
to New
I want to
Yorkers
say
in New
something.
York and tell them that they got.
Yeah, of course you got to tell them.
Only New Yorkers.
Yeah, you
Hey,
have
get
to.
Some you
If
can't
I
let
got spit on my nose, I want you to wipe it off.
Imagine you speaking to a chick with snot hanging out of your nose. I had a girl that was
Or like a
teaching.
booger that's hanging out of your nose.
I had a girl who was teaching surfing and was snot hanging out of it. She's beautiful. It's like, oh,
You had to
man.
tell her, right?
Yeah, I told her.
Yeah, you have to.
Wait, I got something for Jimmy the Bull and John Romano. Look right here. Sausage and peppers right here.
Speaking of sausage and peppers,
This is for Jimmy the Bull right here because I
Look at
love
Jimmy. He's mowing the
Where's the
lawn.
bread?
Greg,
Oh,
only
bro.
you would know the answer to this question. Who in our industry was the worst farter of all time? Like the guy who just like got the stankiest gas of any bodybuilder you know.
Sandy Rydell. Seriously, her and Mike Matarazzo once got in an argument because, they were boyfriend and girlfriend because she kept farting in the gym. And he's like, Jesus Christ, what do you keep farting for? God damn it. And she's like, I got gas. What do you want me to do? I mean, she was crazy. She was a good girl, but she was crazy. She'd be like, pull my finger. She'd be like one of the guys. But Sandy Rydell was known for that. Oh, wait a minute. What about my girl Adela?
Adela
Remember
supposedly has gas too.
Yeah, she drew a fart on the stage at the Miss Olympia. Everybody was standing there like this. Right? I think
Wait,
she was
this
dating
is
Carl
bad. You
Philip
guys are
Morris.
saying women do this. Worse than
Wait, listen. She was standing like this,
Oh, good.
and it was
Yeah,
dead
do you know
quiet.
why?
Quarter
I'll tell
turn.
you why.
And she
I
was
don't
Women
wanna
don't
know
like
why.
to take a shit. So they'll go a week without fucking taking a dump.
Yeah.
And then they get all that
Right.
gas in there that fucking soaks up that fucking decomposing.
Yeah, they don't
Give it
shit
time.
anywhere
in there.
either. They
And
got
then
Right.
they blow these farts and they knock you out of the fucking stadium
On
because
stage,
they're like
though.
supercharged because they won't take a shit.
On stage. She drew the loudest fart at the Miss Olympia. Quarter turn to the right, and it's all quiet, then the pre-judge ain't this. It's a turn to, and everybody heard. And even the other girls were laughing and shit. I actually love her, though. She's a good girl.
I think Lee Priest confirmed that because I think he was with her, right? He said she had bad gas too.
Oh, yeah. Lee Priest. Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
He told me.
bet
Yeah,
you
but
Lee and her probably had some fucking contests.
probably.
Dude, I would live in a bathroom
I
a
love
week.
Adela though. I think she's awesome.
I would live in a bathroom a week to smell one of Amber Heard's farts.
Who's Amber
She
Heard?
was hot when she was young. I don't think she's not aging that well.
Who is that? I don't even know who
Oh,
she
is
is.
that the girl
So
with-
wait, so speaking
Oh,
of
Johnny
Amber
Depp,
Heard,
Johnny Depp's girl. Yeah.
So I got to know you guys' opinion. I got on Amber. Was she actually taking a bump on the stand or no?
No, I don't think so.
A bump of what?
John,
Whoa.
I think she's
No
taking
way.
antidepressants. She's
Did
taking
you see the way
antidepressants.
she did that? She went to Clinton, and she was like, and then right on the stand testifying.
Really? I didn't watch it. So
Oh, it's
I
all
wouldn't know.
over the internet.
Oh, she took a
There's
bump
so
or
many
blew,
Tyler
fucking-
will
I
find a
don't
video.
or blew
Listen,
a nose.
people-
An air hanky.
Listen, people.
Yeah.
Listen,
She did
people
the air
are
hanky.
making a living off of making those videos. There's this one guy who made $40,000 in 1 week on YouTube views, making fucking Amber Heard videos. I'm not even fucking kidding.
Dude,
That's how crazy.
I'd live in the bathroom a week to smell one of her farts.
Ah.
I swear to God.
Why?
She's hot.
What's
That
what,
Amber
what is it
girl?
about her?
Yeah, I don't.
Not,
I think
not
she's
what she
pretty,
looks
but I
like
think
on
she's sexy.
stand, but when you ever see what she used, I mean, when her face
No,
is
she was hot when she was young, 100%.
Oh yeah, look at that. It looks like it. I think she was
does,
blowing her
doesn't
nose.
no, she's blowing her nose. She's booger checking.
I don't think so.
Dude, who do you believe? You believe Johnny Depp or you believe her?
Johnny Depp,
I
definitely.
believe Johnny
Without a
Depp because
doubt.
I've been with the girls. Girls make stuff up because they can't fight.
It-
Girls
it's
make
still here.
stuff because they can't.
Well, she was
physically
No,
hitting
but
him. No,
listen,
she was
listen.
hitting him.
That's what.
supposedly.
Yeah, but
Well, listen,
no,
he's
no.
not innocent either. You guys know it takes two
No,
to
but
tango.
wait a minute,
That's
wait a
a
minute.
toxic
This-
fucking relationship.
This guy's paid her so much money, and she said, I'm going to give it to charity. And he actually wrote the checks to charity, and she said, oh no, give me them fucking checks. She lies. All the money, she claims that he gave her $14 million. She claims she gave it all to
Seven.
charity. Now they're saying the charity said we never received anything. She's a liar, bro.
Wait, Greg. You know who paid that, right?
Yeah, Johnny Depp.
Elon Musk.
Musk
She
did.
paid a fucking
Yeah.
few $100,000, right?
Yeah, did you see the one
Elon
with her?
Musk, the poor fucking simp, because she was fucking him.
Wait,
right?
did you
He
see the
paid
one with
all,
her and
she kept the
Elon
money.
Musk?
Huh?
Did you see where? Did you
Oh,
see
so
where
what
she
happened?
was married
Oh,
to
no.
Johnny
Elon
Depp?
Musk was dating her too?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
gave the money
Wait, listen.
for the
And
Did
there's
you see-
footage of them fucking
In the
okay?
elevator.
Supposedly
In the
fucking
elevator,
prior
they
to
were-
them getting a divorce. And then they get a divorce, okay? Her and Elon Musk go out for a fucking year, right? She owes $7 million to the charity. She pays a few $100,000, and Musk pays the fucking rest.
Well, that's like chump change for him.
Oh yeah, for him it's not.
It's
No,
not-
he hasn't been. It's been
Jimmy
Johnny
the Bull
Depp,
should have
they
gotten
the
Elon
checks.
Musk to pay his child support for him.
They have the checks.
Oh, and mine too. Why was that?
Dude, good-looking women are evil. That's why
Oh,
you got to
yeah.
marry
You
a
know, what I would
Musk.
like, you know what would be fun to do, Greg,
What's
Jimmy, me, not you yet, Dave, but we ought to count up all of the child support we paid.
Oh, shit.
Over the course of our lives together.
You
Dude, I
might
was
have won,
locked
John.
up in a-
You might win,
I was
John.
locked up and I was paying that shit. You know what I mean?
Not Dave yet.
No, I think
Then again,
would
Jimmy
win.
had a lot more legal
Jimmy
bills
the
than you
Bull.
did.
I think
Wait a
Jimmy-
second. I'm surprised something. You guys had all these kids, right? How the hell do you have any sperm count? Because my shit's negative.
Because I
Well,
jerk
we
off.
have
You got to jerk off.
When they were
every
younger,
day,
they did it. When they were
every
younger.
day.
Yeah, and who?
No,
spent
but
the
you guys
most-
were all
and
taking
who
shit.
spent the
So how
most
the hell
on
do you have
attorneys?
fucking a sperm count? I don't understand.
Who? Johnny. No one's bragging about their sperm count over here.
No, what I'm saying is you guys.
They
no,
got
listen.
lucky or unlucky, you know.
No, I'm saying if you guys are.
I got
on
you on
shit,
that one,
you know
John.
your sperm count goes down. No, John.
Talking about talking about a sperm count.
There he
Right.
is.
Uh-oh.
We woke him up.
Jimmy, I got sausage and peppers right here for
Oh, he's in
you.
his backyard. Jimmy, that's your backyard, right?
Yeah, I got to work tonight, so I have limited time. I gotta cut the grass. I'm still cutting it. You know, it's a nice little quaint little yard, right?
I mean, what are you going to say
Long
about
Island,
sperm?
that's
I want to hear what you're going to
Got
say
some
about
got
sperm.
some privacy here. I got my little azaleas growing over there. Got my bike in the tent over there. Anyway, so I'm doing penance today, guys. I'm doing penance because I think I'm going to hell. So
It's Jimmy.
last night,
Jimmy. It's penance.
that's what I said. That's what I said.
There's no D in it.
Well, it's a New York version.
That's what I said.
He's got
Add
tea.
the D into it.
Don't get like my ex-wife, John. Am I please correct me everything? So I got to tell you a quick story. 'Cause I have to let it out because I bottle it up my whole life, and I'm having like a little off day today because I'm afraid that I'm going to burn in hell. I think I am. So last night I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before I went to bed.
I'll send you to hell in a minute.
Well,
put that picture up. I just sent you.
So I guess I ate the peanut butter jelly sandwich when I went to bed, and then as I fell asleep, I guess the aroma, maybe the peanut butter was still on my fucking nose, my lip, I don't know. And I went back to when I was 22 years old, and this, I remember you telling a story about the girl I used to do her in the horse stables. You know what I mean?
With the horse, yeah.
With the horse. The horse went crazy.
Yeah. I used to bend her over in the horse stable. She would stroke the horse for me, and I would do it because I was a sick bastard. I can't help
Jimmy, I like the one where you were at the wedding party and everybody was outside in the backyard and you were fucking the girl or whatever it was upstairs in the room.
Oh, I was fucking the rubber doll outside.
The rubber doll. The rubber doll.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't normal in my younger day. So anyway, I used to, I was with this girl. Then I used to go back to, New York, Florida, and then I eventually started staying in New York, but I was still seeing her. So, we used to do phone sex, because I wasn't with her. So they just got a new puppy, it was maybe a couple of weeks,
Oh, no.
And, so I don't know what happened. We were on the phone and we're masturbating and everything, and she says that the dog kept coming over to her and sniffing her vagina, So I says, look, go get a little peanut butter. Put a little vagina. You know what I mean?
Oh no! Oh my God!
I know it's bad. I gotta. Listen, I gotta let it out because I can't take it to hell with her, right?
Look, hold on. He was only on the phone with her. She's the one who did it.
Yeah, she did it. Right, she did it. She could have told me to go fuck myself.
Did the dog lick it?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, so then what happened? So what happened?
How long?
Let me
Wait, Jimmy, let me tell you.
Yourself.
Let me tell you, I can't even have the dogs in the room while I'm having sex because one time it came and licked up the fucking cum and I got grossed out of my mind. The girl got pissed. I was like, I'm not in control of this shit. I didn't even know he's in the fucking.
But I've had the dog lick my ass while it was fucking.
No, Greg.
It felt good.
Shut the fuck up.
Greg's a man after my own heart. Anyway, let me finish the story, please.
Yeah.
So it gets better, So she's wiping the peanut butter. She's wiping. She's wiping the peanut. This is what she's doing over the phone. I can't see it, of course, and she's wiping, and all of a sudden I go, "What's going on over there? What's going on?" She said, "The dog. I put some peanut butter on my vagina." I said, "Yeah, what's happening now? What's next?" She said, "The dog's coming over," and all of a sudden she was like, "Oh." I said, "What's going on? What's going on?" The dog's licking the peanut butter. I says, "Oh, good." I said, "Let him lick it all up, right?" So she has this giant orgasm, and I'm whacking off on the other. I was sick. I'm sick. So anyway,
Jimmy, imagine if you had the phones now with the camera. You would have.
Oh, forget about it. So it gets better. So I fly down to Florida, a couple of weeks later, and she goes to AA meetings. So I went to the house. We're hanging out a couple of days. She goes, "I got to go to the AA meeting. Can you take me?"
How did I know that?
Yeah, she was bad with the alcohol, man. So I go to the, I go drop her off, and then like an hour later, after the session, whatever, I go back, and I get out of the car, and I'm leaning against the car, and she's coming out of the classroom with all these. There was a lot of women there, believe it or not. And as they're all coming out, they're all saying, "Hi, Jimmy. Hi." I'm like, "What the fuck does everybody know my fucking name?"
Don't tell me she told the story.
Bro. So all these women are waving and smiling. "Hi, Jimmy." I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" I'm like, "Hi, how you doing?" So then Ellen comes over to the car, and I says, "Ellen, how do all these fucking women know my name?" She goes, "Well, it's an AA meeting." I said, "Well, what the fuck does that mean?" She says, "Well, you got to tell everything. You have to." I said, "You told them I made the dog lick the fucking peanut butter." What? What the? I said, "What the fuck is what? You didn't have to tell us fucking stories. It's got nothing to do with alcohol. What the hell is wrong with you?" She said, "I'm sorry. We have to be honest in the AA. We do." I said, "You broke my ass." I said, "All these chicks want to be with me, right? They probably want my phone number." Holy shit, man!
You're complaining about that?
Yeah, that
no,
made you
I wasn't
popular.
complaining about it. I was embarrassed, man.
Embarrassed.
Embarrassed. You were getting a metal pinned on you, and you fucked it up.
I was embarrassed, bro. Some of the women were older,
Jimmy,
like they were
Jimmy,
moms
Jimmy,
coming out here, you know?
Jimmy.
Even the moms were saying hello to me.
Wait a second. Back the fuck up. Jimmy the Bull gets embarrassed? Wait a minute.
It's only because the women were older, John. If they were younger, he would have been fine.
Yeah, if they were younger.
That's why they liked hearing it, because they were older.
Probably, exactly.
They all had peanut butter in their fucking. They all had peanut butter jars in their fucking pocketbook waiting to meet Jimmy.
Yeah, they're waiting. Yeah, they're waiting for Jimmy. They want Jimmy to lick.
Yeah, you know, in those days, I looked like a Greek god. You know, I was here when you know, I mean,
you're still a Greek god, Jimmy.
Did they notice that puppy adoption increased in that area?
So, you know, what Greg said happened to me too, but it happened in reverse. So, you know, I was with Ellen one night, we were drinking, and the dog jumped on the bed. It was, you know, it was like, and yeah, the dog started like going down on her from, you know, I was on the bottom, she was riding me on the top, and the dog was
same dog?
Back there. Huh?
Same dog?
Same girl, yeah, same.
No, same dog, I said.
Oh, yeah, it was the same dog.
Well, the dog was trained already. Of course it was going down.
Oh, yeah, because the dog was like 2-3 months old by then. So then the dog was like, you know, he was hit the pussy now. So, you know,
Dude, if her cock smelled like fish, he would have liked it more.
I think Peter's going to give us a call now.
I think I'll stick to Mr. G's cookies.
You know, so the bottom line is, you know, I'm you know, it's here I am years later. And, you know, I had that nightmare last night. I woke up in the middle of the night. I was sweating. And I was like, oh, my God, this is bad, you know.
Wait a minute. What's the nightmare?
Yeah, what's the nightmare? Most people would say that would be like a fantasy dream, you know, to them.
The nightmare was all these women coming at me, you know, like saying, Jimmy, hi, you know, like, and I knew.
That's not a nightmare, Jimmy. That's a
peanut butter.
Did you get like a soy burger or something earlier? What the fuck is wrong with you?
He's not eating any hot dogs anymore.
Yeah, you better check your testosterone level.
Jimmy's getting like effeminate on us. What the hell is wrong?
Yeah,
with
I know. I don't know what happened, man. I had chicken all week. You know what I mean? I gotta have a steak tonight, I guess.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, Jimmy, go get a steak.
Now,
actually,
I gotta go get a steak.
You need a steak, a cigar, a shot of bourbon, and a motorcycle ride.
Did you guys see? Apple is discontinuing the iPod since I think they launched it in 2001. If I'm not mistaken.
We had these phones back in the day. Holy shit, John.
The iPod. Remember I didn't even know they even made iPods anymore.
Yeah, what do you need?
I didn't think they were making them still either.
The phone is the iPod, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Very bad. Very bad. The horse stables, the fucking. I'm going to hell, man.
He has no continuity.
Greg, question for you. You were bringing up Amber Heard earlier. Would you let her shit in your bed too?
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
I don't see it. Yeah. I just don't see it. What is so good about her?
Yeah, I'm not really.
When she was young,
I don't like what she looks like in a courtroom because she's on fucking meds. Her face is all heavy and shit. Like, you know when somebody takes head meds, they get that bloat and everything?
Yeah.
And she's on some antidepressant. Her face is all fat.
So what?
But when she's not like that, she's hot.
What do you like? Like, give me a movie that she was in that you liked the way she looked.
I like that one where she was in with what's his name, where he was
Nicolas Cage.
24 Hours to Live or whatever with a fucking
Oh my God.
what's his name from
Nicolas Cage.
No, Kevin Costner and her.
Oh, okay.
Where she played the bad bitch and shit. She had that slick back. She's hot.
We'll pull up a picture of her.
I don't see it.
All right.
Wait, when she's young and skinny with her face, she's hot.
Her face was very different when she.
But she's evil though.
Yeah, but they're making her look like that for court. She's got to look
Greg, you guys
and abused in court.
Yeah,
when I was
in FIBO, there was a guy. He was from England. He was a huge bodybuilder, right? And he had to go to the bathroom. We were at the Metrics booth and all of that, you know. And he was farting up a storm. Right? It was really bad. So I said, "Yo, bro, you got to go to the bathroom." You know, he goes, "The bathroom's all the way on the other side of the FIBO." I said, "Well, what are you gonna do?" The guy went behind the booth, you know, with the Metrics banners, and he shit behind the booth. I thought it was the grossest. I thought it was the grossest fucking thing in my life, man. He came back. He was all smiling. I said, "Did you just shit behind the booth?" He says, "Yeah." I said, "Oh my God, I seen everything in my life."
On the floor?
On the floor of the expo?
Yeah, he went behind the booth. You know,
at the Arnold?
Yeah, he went behind. Right, he went behind the booth and shit on the floor behind the booth.
Yeah, but Jimmy, that's better.
He must have been raised in a stable or something like that. Because.
But Jimmy, that's better than what Greg did. Greg You know what he did? He shit it in the fucking ocean with all the little kids, and they were playing, and they had to pull it out of his ass.
There's plenty of shit in the ocean already. Don't worry about it. Salt water.
He's right.
So,
well, that's respectable. That's
hey, Greg, have you ever told that story on here?
I don't know.
He's told that story.
He's shit everywhere. There's no place that Greg hasn't shit. He's shit in his
really
car.
Fast. I shit in the ocean. It was really cold. We came back to the hotel room. My kids, we jump in the indoor pool. This is in Toms River, New Jersey, right? It was Howard Johnson. I go in the indoor pool, and my kids are fucking all upset because it's cold out. So we go in the indoor pool, and they're swimming, and they're going, look, you got seaweed coming out of your pants, right? Look, seaweeds, and they're holding it in their hands. And when I looked, I realized it was the salad I had the night before. Because when I shit, my underwears acted like a strainer. Got rid of the shit, but kept the fucking. It was romaine lettuce they were holding, and I was like, "Holy
was
fuck!"
Was there croutons in there too?
So it wasn't seaweed. It was the romaine lettuce all chewed up that I had the night before. They're going, look, and they're holding it in their hands. Look, seaweed. And I'm like, that's not seaweed. Don't touch that. And to this day, they give me. It was my niece and my daughter. To this day, they were little kids. They were like fucking.
You scarred them for life.
To this day, they break my balls about that.
How about when John? How about when Jimmy used to smell girls' underwear and try to predict what they ate for lunch?
Yep.
Oh, we used to do that back in the day.
Yeah, I'd be like, Jimmy.
The
funny thing was these girls would take their underwear off and give them to you. So that's the amazing thing.
Hey,
yeah, then I would take it and
Jimmy would be like
this. I said,
Jimmy,
yeah.
Dude,
I was like a psychic.
Dave, I shit
chicken
in
salad.
the
Chicken salad.
I shit in the Arnold Classic bathroom, and there was no toilet paper because there's never toilet paper in there, right? So they had a poster on the inside of the.
It was Lieberman. Lieberman put his posters everywhere in that place. Remember?
Yeah, remember he had Sean Ray was guest.
Oh, you wiped your ass with your Sean?
I ripped the poster down and wiped my ass with the poster.
Dave Lieberman at the Arnold would post his posters for all his shows everywhere in every bathroom. I don't know how he did inside the stalls. In the stall.
Inside door.
Yep.
The inside door of the bathroom.
Yep.
I fucking ripped it off and I went my ass.
You know what I find incredible is that there's an inch of urine on the floor.
That's what I was saying. Oh my God.
How does anyone drop their pants and take a dump in that fucking bathroom is beyond me. I mean, it's the most disgusting place.
It's the worst bathrooms ever.
He's right. He's right.
They don't care. They want to hear.
John, that's why there's shit. Hold on, John. John, that's why there's shit on the wall.
Wait, I agree, but you got to magnify that by the fact that it's bodybuilder shit and piss, which is exponentially worse than regular human shit and piss because of all of this shit that we eat.
The chemical warfare.
And all those samples they give it out at the expo,
supplements
John.
And shit. So
all the protein bars that they give out.
all the you want stench? Hold it. When the expos were at their peak of handing out the little chopped up bars with the toothpicks in it, right?
Yeah, parts everywhere.
There were clouds of gas that you would have to walk through at different stages of the expo, where you would just realize, like, you take a breath and like, oh my God, I'm in the middle of this fucking green cloud now. And it's like, where's the end of it? And you don't know, wait, I'm holding my breath. I'm trying to walk fast to get to the next spot.
You knew.
And start breathing again. And then, dude, I am so glad that phase of our industry is over, that we're not sampling fucking.
I'm sure they still do it. You haven't met it at an expo. That's all.
You knew that you were near one of those tables.
It used to be ridiculous. It used to be like
when you went into when you would go into those bathrooms, literally the wall would be sprayed with shit.
Oh. I never know that.
How you can miss the toilet bowl by that much? I have no idea.
You mean the toilet?
Because they're all
the wall would be sprayed with this shit.
They have diarrhea.
Because they're all jacked up on creatine and whatever, cytolene, whatever all that shit is that they take. And then they can't hold their shit together, and then they're fucking busting at the seams by the time they get there because they're in their head. I got to shit at the Arnold. Oh, fuck. What am I going to do now? The bathroom's a fucking disaster. And they're trying to put it off. Maybe I can make it back to the hotel and get back here. No, I can't. All right, finally, after the end of fucking 8 hours of deliberation, they go in there and take a fucking dump. By then, it's nuclear power. So,
dude, I was in the bathroom and I heard the fucking guy moaning. This was in a hotel, right? I hear the guy moaning. Comes out, it's Ralph Moeller. I hear,
That's the grossest shit, dude. When,
I'm
when
laughing my ass
you're going
off.
to take a piss and you hear some asshole making weird noises.
Yeah, but this is
there.
Ralph
I'm like,
Moeller.
what is this guy doing?
He's like fucking 6'7".
He was in the
coming out of
Gladiator.
there.
He was the Gladiator.
So, John, are you saying that people are not getting their
giving
pants
birth.
down in time? Is that what's happening?
What?
John, are you saying like people are just like trying to get? Hold on, let me demonstrate here for a second. All tied up in the mic.
Dude, Ralph Moeller was giving birth. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, he was.
So, John, but what they're doing is they got to go so bad. When they get to the toilet, they pull their pants down, and before they have a chance to sit down, it blows out the back of their ass.
Yes!
against the wall.
That's what happened to
That's
me
what
up
happened.
in fucking Lake George.
Yeah.
They did that in Jackass. The guy in Jackass did that. He had a pump.
One time I'm in there and I hear this guy blowing out his bowels like he got stuck with a harpoon, and he's like, and then you hear him say, "Oh shit, what the fuck?" And he's having his fucking fit in a thing, and I'm like, what the hell is going on in there? This guy's going nuts. He comes out. He was doing just what you did, Dave, but he had a long shirt on. And the tail of his shirt got in the way, and he fucking blew his fucking whole gump all over the back of his T-shirt.
I use a shirt to wipe his ass.
I would have used my shirt then. I would just wipe my shirt or my socks.
You guys are mentally scarred, you guys. You're mentally scarred. So I mentally scarred my cousin Kathy. She called me up the other day, and she went back when I was in my 20s. And she went to the beach with me, right? So anyway, make a long story short, I met this chick in the taxi cab. I just got off a plane. I don't know where the fuck I was coming from. And I met this chick in the cab. So we got to talk and whatever. Ended up going. Went to my house. She ended up getting down, and she was, we went to my house, and before you know, we were fucking. And I pulled the chick's pants down, and she had a bush. It looked like a fucking troll. It was it looked like fucking Tina Turner's haircut, right?
Yeah.
But I'm already in the heat of shit. I'm like, fuck this. I gotta go down. And I guess I went down, and I'm eating the fucking going up my nose, down my throat. I was trying, whatever. So down here, she says, look, I'm going to the beach. I gotta meet my cousin. She says, no, come. I got a bikini. So we went to the beach, Jones Beach, and she's laying on the beach, and my cousin comes, my cousin Kathy, and she's looking at the girl. She says, what the fuck is that? The girl was on the beach chair, bro, and all her pussy hair was coming out of the
Dude, I love that.
Like it looked like a sea urchin, right, laying there.
I love that.
My fucking cousin, she was scarred. She said, "You fucked that?" I said, "I ate it."
With peanut butter.
Oh my god, I feel bad for my cousin. I fucked him up for years. You know?
Jimmy, that's because you're like, we're 70s guys, and back then the 70s bush. Remember that? I like that shit, bro.
Hold on, Jimmy. I got a question for you.
Shave,
hold on, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Realistically, was the girl like good looking?
Yeah, she had red hair. She was thin. She's a good-looking girl, man. Really good-looking. But the bush.
But Jimmy, she shared a cab ride to you and got off at your house.
Well, Jimmy, he was a Greek god then.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, he had charisma.
She got off at his house in a cab ride with him.
Georgie.
Listen, Dave, I used to pick up chicks everywhere, man. When I was living in Palm Springs with Richie Barrett, we were making that movie, Cage Fury.
Right.
We were walking through a parking lot. We were coming out of the Red Onion, right, in the Palm Desert there. And you heard of Red Onion, right? It's like a restaurant, it's like a Friday. Anyway, so we're coming out of there, and this beautiful woman's walking into a car by herself, and she gets in the car, and Richie's like, because Richie's seen me with a lot of different women in California, so he's like, Jimmy, he goes, yeah, you can't get her number. I says, yes, I can. Hold on a minute. I went over there. Right? I started laying on my shit, right in the window, and before you know, she gives me a number. Really? Yeah, right.
Dude, the Red Onion was with bodybuilder haven. All bodybuilders used to go there. Yeah. Ray Menser used to bounce there.
Del Rey.
Ray Menser used to bounce there. I've been there. It's a fucking bodybuilder haven. The female bodybuilders, like all bodybuilders used to go to the Red Onion. Ray Menser was one of the bouncers there. Mike Menser used to hang out. They all hung out there.
That was the one in Venice, though, or Marina.
Dave, I think Mr. G ought to come out with a new cookie flavor called Jimmy's Peanut Butter Pussy.
It's tuna fish and peanut butter.
I'll make it for dogs. I'm making a dog
treat. It could be a dog treat. Yeah, exactly.
They just opened the dog bakery in Del Rey.
A dog treat, Dave. That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Don't give him another skew, John. No more skews.
A dog treat. Oh my God,
They just opened up a bakery in Del Rey, right on the strip.
Georgie, let me tell you something.
Everybody, only in Del Rey.
Only for the dogs. You bring your dog and
George, listen to me. Every bodybuilder has a pit bull.
That's right.
Every single one of them. So you make a dog treat, you're going to sell it as an add-on to the cookie that the bodybuilder's buying because they love their dog.
That's right.
So you can't go wrong by making a dog treat.
Big. That's what he's got to do. He's got to slowly go over to a high-protein biscuit for the dog. He'll make a fortune.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck the baby.
So I got to tell you. So one time when I was young, I said, "This is why I'm going. I'm putting all my sins out today. I don't know why, but I was like 3 different girls one day. Right? I was on a roll. I picked one up. I banged her. Then I got another girl. So the last chick I got, I'll never forget her. Her name's Karen. Anyway, she's in my bedroom. She's sitting on my bed. I know I already was with 2 chicks already, right? So I pull my pants down. She's doing her business with the blowjob, and I says, "How does that taste, babe?" She says, "That bit's a little salty." I said, "Yeah."
You didn't even take a shower.
He triple dipped.
That's how fucking evil I was. I'm standing there, she's going on. I says, "How does that taste?" She says, "A little salty." I says, "Yeah, good." This is how sick I am, bro.
You didn't wipe after all the first 2?
He didn't even.
No, that's the whole point, George. He didn't shower.
No triple dipping. No double dipping.
A triple decker ice cream.
Dip.
I'm bad, man. I'm very bad.
I have to air something that's irritating the hell out of me. You know, when I go to the gym, there's one hyperextension machine. You know the machine I'm talking about? It's like at a 45 that you can kind of all change the angle.
Yeah.
And you get in there, you lock your legs in, and you can kind of do your lower back, you know? These women, it's always the fattest woman. And I don't have anything against fat people, but these fat women get on this machine, and they do these side bends. You ever see the side bends? Which doesn't do anything except thicken your waist.
Oh, yeah. They do
And
with the
they'll
weights.
do 600 sets on this thing. And I'm like, look, I said, you mind if I work in a set? She's like, I'm almost done. Her almost done. 15 more minutes she was on there. I waited 25 minutes for this machine. Amanda comes over to me. She's like, what the hell are you still doing here? Because I get to the gym like an hour before she does because she drops my youngest off at the school. And I said, I'm waiting 25 minutes to do one set. I do one set of hyperextensions. That's it. What is it with people nowadays that they don't work in anymore? Remember when? Back in the day, you go to the gym, you're like, someone's on a bench press, you're like, you mind if I work in? And you just work in with them. You know, when they're resting, you go.
Yeah.
You should have pulled the Charlie arms.
I should have pulled that ass off.
Nowadays, you can't even fucking talk to these people because they all got fucking headphones.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
You can't even communicate.
Oh, I stream. You can
Wait,
hear
hold
me.
on.
I'm very loud.
Charlie Arms would have went over there and said, "Get your fat fucking ass off there," and pulled it right off, knocked her fat ass. You know that.
He would have.
Right.
He'd do that today, probably.
Yeah, he would have done it today. At 80 years old. Yeah, exactly. I don't understand why no one works in anymore. What's the problem? Why can't you share the machine?
Not in my gym. You don't let somebody work in my gym. You're going to leave there with a lump over your eye the size of a pot roast.
No one will work in.
Because hardcore gyms are gone. In a hardcore gym, you work in. Everybody does.
Yes.
Bro, how many sets you got? I don't know. You can work in if you want.
Right, of course.
It's a camaraderie.
Because everyone's resting in between the sets anyway. What's the difference?
You know what the worst is, John? You know what the worst is?
John, it's not the gym. It's the camaraderie we had back in the day.
Exactly.
Right.
Well, wait,
everybody,
you know
in those days, everybody respected each other. Today, it's not like that. You know what I mean?
There could be guys.
I go to my gym. I'm the only American there now. It's like it's totally.
There could be guys, Jimmy, doing like squatting like 400 pounds, and I'll be like, "Look, I work in." They'd even strip the weights down so I could do my warm up set to build up to what they were doing because it was.
No, Dave.
You know,
Dave. Today, the worst is you got these guys squatting 400 pounds. Their friends taking a video. All right, do it, let's go. And I'm in the background over there, and I got to tell the guy, dude, can you wait till I'm not doing, because every time. Or girls will be sitting on the ab machine like this. Some are doing like live Facebook, like, oh my God, I'm doing my abs right now, you know. And I'm like, holy fuck. I can't stand when people film other people, you know, like they're filming their friends in the gym or filming themselves working out, because I'm always stuck in the background of that shit, and I don't like that shit. I tell
Greg,
them,
I was talking about filming. I was at a sushi bar over the last summer, right? And I'm at the sushi bar, and behind me is all the tables and chairs. I was with my friend Andy. I was taking him out to eat, you know, and there was all these young people there, right? So I'm hanging out, and this girl had a short dress on, and she's dancing away, you know, behind me, you know, and she's bending over. And her boyfriend was there with a bunch of guys, you know. So I was a little buzzed, you know. So I had my phone. She was bending over and, you know, dancing for her boyfriend and her friend. And I took the phone and I went on the dress like that. All of a sudden, the guy,
He's a sick
the
fuck.
boyfriend, yeah, I got caught, right? So I'm on the undress and the guy comes over like a maniac, young kid. He goes, "You dirty old fucking man." He goes, "I'll kill you. You looking at my." I said, "I wasn't doing anything, bro." He goes, "You had the phone up my girl's ass." I said, "No, I didn't. No, I didn't." So anyway, the manager came over. Everybody came over. I had to diffuse the whole thing. So then later on, the manager came over. He goes, "Jimmy," because they know me over there. He goes, "I'm glad." He goes, "Thank you for not doing anything." I said, "Nah, I wasn't gonna. What was I gonna do?" I said, "You know." He goes, "Did you really have the phone up her dress?" I said, "Yeah, I did." That was bad. It was bad.
John,
You know
what
who
would have
does
happened
that?
back in the day?
dude, you know who does that?
You know what hurt me the most? He called me a dirty fucking old man.
Oh, that
really
you
fucking.
call us an old man.
You know what, Jimmy? You're not dirty.
You know who does that? Hey,
That hurt my
Mark
fucking
Henry.
feelings, Dave.
And you're not old.
Yeah.
Go to a strip club
No,
with
he's
Mark
old.
Henry.
He's not
That's what he
dirty, though.
does.
They don't
You go to the
understand when you
street.
get older, you get called an old man. That's like you want to fucking just fight right then and there.
Back in the day, Jimmy would have destroyed that guy, right, John?
There would be still stories.
He'd be
being told
peeling
about
the guy off the floor, probably.
Not only him, all his friends at the table.
Oh, they
That's
would.
right. And then he would have had to take him out to breakfast the next morning, you know.
Yeah, I would have called them up. Make sure they were all right.
Hey, Jimmy,
Mark Henry.
tell the Marine
Hey.
story when you went hiking, you came back and they ate the food on you.
Oh, that was in the Marine Corps. I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
tell that story.
Yeah. I was in the field. We were in the field for, I don't know, a couple of weeks in the desert and shit, eating sea rations. Fucking sucked, right? So the CO said, when you guys get back, when the choppers drop you off, you know, we're gonna have a barbecue, steaks, burgers, everything, right? So everybody's like, yeah, cheering, because, you know, we did a good job. We were in communications at the time, up in the mountains of California, Miramar. So anyway, everybody took off one by one with the helicopters, you know, and I was like the last of the group because I was always the guy that had to be last to do the right thing, you know. So I come flying with the chop. I land in the desert on the landing pad, and I go over to the fucking barbecue. All the Marines are there, and I says, where's the steak? Where's the burger? Oh, you know, we saved you a beer. I says, what? You saved me a fucking beer. I fucking took the picnic table, right? I fucking turned the picnic table. I was chasing them with the fucking. I took the benches. I was chasing them with the fucking benches and shit. I said, I'll kill you, motherfuckers, right? I'm chasing them all over the fucking place. The fucking CO had to come over and say, Jimmy, calm down. I said, now you gonna calm down. He goes, I got one fucking steak being in my truck. He says, I went fucking berserk. Yeah, he had a cooler, and he had some extra steaks in the cooler.
They never did that again.
No.
They never did it, and they talked about it for like fucking months after that. Months, man. That's when we were stuck on that fucking mountain in fucking Miramar up in we were doing the communications. The guys died, every fucking thing on that, and that was the worst fucking. That was the worst thing I ever did. Was that fucking that Delta Force fucking thing we did? It was horrible, horrible. One guy escaped.
How'd the guy die?
A chopper went. So I think I told the story. So we were on top of the mountain, right? And every once in a while, this chopper would come up, you know, and we would all curse. They would give us the finger. But, you know, we were on a mountain. So when the chopper comes up, you know, it's kind of level with you because, you know, the mountain, right? Because, you know, he flew up the mountain. So anyway, we're cursing the fuck you, right? Because they were supposed to drop us a water buffalo. They didn't because we wasted the first one. So anyway, make a long story short.
What's a water buffalo?
What water?
So-
water.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's just basically a tank, you know, on wheels because you could tow it,
right.
and it has like two nipples on each side where you fill up your canteen, you know, use the water, you know, when necessary. But what the problem with us was because we were all animals. The first time they dropped the water buffalo, that afternoon, we took our helmets. We were filming our helmets up. We were fucking bathing, throwing water, having water. We were fucking having water fights and shit, and all this shit, stealing each other's water. It was a mess because it was 125 degrees out there, right? So then we called in the next morning for another water buffalo. They told us to go fuck ourselves. We were supposed to be there for a week. That was the first day we wasted the water buffalo, right? So we're like, holy shit. So now we're out of water. Like, so only a certain guys had canteens. So in the middle of the night, you do the fucking crawl over there. You're trying to take a canteen in the middle of the night. Everybody was robbing. So I had this fucking, this desert bag, right? It was the greatest thing. It was an actual canvas bag with a cork on the end with a string, right? And you fill it up. It could be 90-degree water. It don't matter. And you wet the outside of the fucking bag and you hang it on a stick. And then during the day, actually, believe it or not, during the day and then the night, we get up in the morning, you have ice cold water in this fucking bag, right? So I put it on the stick. I had my eye on everybody because everybody was stealing everybody's shit, right? And all of a sudden, I get up in the morning, right? And I look at my bag. I couldn't wait to get that cold water, right? And the corner was chewed out. Some rat came in the middle of the night. Like the gerbils when they dribble on that little that's what he was doing. He was chewing on my little corner. He drank all the water. The bag was just blown in the wind, dry as shit. I'm like, you motherfucker! I said, where's that fucking rat? I want to kill the fucking rat. But that was it, man. So so what happened was the guys died. What happened was they came up. They used to always do flybys on us. Low. They used to come by and fly all the dust and shit. They did it on purpose, So one day they came up and they're in front of us and they're with they're just flying, and all of a sudden they start spinning in a circle, the whole helicopter, right? And we're going, fuck you asshole, and the thing spun and then it went down, and all of a sudden, like 20 minutes later, we saw black smoke coming up and shit, man. So their back prop went out. That's what stabilizes the tail. And it malfunctioned, I guess, and then the whole chopper started to turn, and then all the guys died. All officers, man. That was sad.
Oh wow!
But we had no idea. We were, because we were fucking. Everybody fucks with each other in the Marine Corps. Like when they take the shit on the can, that the 55-gallon. I think I told the story too. You take a 55-gallon can, you cut it in half, you put a 2x4 on it, you put a little water on the bottom. That's where you shit. Right, so when you sit on the 2x4 on this half a 55-gallon drum, but the thing was, the ceremony was we kept it on the side of the Hillican, right, and we used to burn it at night. So anybody who sat on it had to wear a flak jacket and a fucking steel pot helmet, because whoever sat on that fucking thing, everybody would throw rocks at you while you're on it. So not only you got to take a shit, and you're shitting like a rabbit because you're eating sea rats for days. And your shit comes out like little fucking pieces of rat shit. And you're sitting on this fucking thing, right? Everybody, and you got your flak jacket and your helmet, and you're like this, and everybody's just wailing rocks at you. The fucking rocks are pinging up there, and you're trying to So, nobody could shit in peace. It was fucking, it was
Well, they're getting you ready for wartime.
No wonder why you're so traumatized now later in life. Of course, it was the Marine Corps that did it to you. I want to bring up I want to bring up one more topic before we wrap up today. Calum Van Moger. I had John Bravo on the Iron Therapy show. We talked a little bit about some of his problems. Jimmy, I don't know if you've been following this. Calum jumped out of a second-story window.
Yeah.
Through the plate
glass.
Wasn't
he whacked on painkillers or some shit?
Yeah. You want to fill us our audience in here, John, on what happened, on what the latest is, at least.
All right. Well, what happened was, and we've been, there's been reports on different things that could have caused, or people were thinking why he would have jumped out the window. But basically, he jumped out of a second-story window. I think it was either owned by his parents or one of his friends. And 3 of his friends came because they heard that he was harming himself. And they came to the scene. They saw he was cut up all over. He was cutting himself, saying he wanted to die. And then they were trying to stop him, and he ran out the window, smashed through the window, and landed on the ground and hurt his spine, and he's in critical condition, and it was a suicide attempt. And, we weren't sure 100% if that was the cause. There was other rumors of things that were going on, but it seems like, he tried to take his life. It's a sad,
Is he going to be paralyzed, John?
We don't know. I know he's still in a coma, to protect him from injuries to his brain. Because of the drugs that he was on and from the injuries he suffered.
Do you know what he was on?
Well, we know he was on meth.
But was his spinal, is it a spinal injury?
It's a spinal injury, plus other injuries.
In other words, is he going to be is he going to be dead from the neck down, from the waist down? You don't know that yet,
We don't know.
That's the window he jumped out, guys.
But that's a fucking far fall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now maybe if the
I've
trees,
fallen down standing up and it got hurt.
That's
maybe
one
the
and a
trees
half
might have
stories.
cushioned him a little bit. I don't know if he hit those.
I don't
that's
think
a
he
far
hit
jump.
them.
It's hard
That's
to
a
say.
far
see
jump.
if
That's
they're-
two
they're
stories.
right on top.
Well, the bushes would have broke his fall. If he hit the
Yeah.
I think
bushes, but-
it's a perspective. I don't think the bushes are that close to the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. They're probably a little ways away.
Yeah, but just think about it. He didn't just go over the ledge and jump off. He jumped through the window.
So if he
Okay.
dove, he might have went head first.
Who knows? Yeah.
Dude, you could
Wait,
hit.
so
you could go head
John,
first
he
into that
dove
place.
through a glass. He drove through a glass window, or he
Yeah,
dove
yeah.
through an open
dove
window.
through it.
Glass
A
window.
glass. Oh, a glass window. That's desperate, man.
Yeah.
It's
It's a sad story, man. The guy had it all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He
Guy,
had it
what,
all.
he had a modeling contract with Calvin Klein or something. It was he was doing all right.
Oh yeah.
He
Movies,
obviously
they
wasn't
were-
he wasn't happy. Obviously,
No.
he was. He lost his dog recently. I know. He had a few injuries.
He lost his what?
dog.
He lost his dog, and I
Oh, I
think
thought you said
Dave,
his
it got
daughter.
cut off last time. People were complaining on the last show. What happened was he left a bag of chips out in his house. He came home, his dog was dead. It choked on the bag of chips, and he always blamed himself for the reason why that the dog died, and he loved that dog more than anything. And he also, Dave, he had a reptile too. I think it was some type of a lizard that froze to death.
Oh, shit.
And he blamed himself for that too. Then having the kid out of wedlock, all those things combined, the injuries ended up on alcohol. Then from alcohol, he ended up cocaine, meth. And
sad.
you
Yeah,
know,
once you
that-
start
you know
fucking
how
with
that
that shit,
story
man.
goes. Yeah,
Yeah, it's bad.
it's sad.
It's weird because you think of we all think of, hey, this guy's got the world by the balls. He's got all these opportunities. He's making money. He's got social media following. But you know what? If you're not happy internally,
Yeah,
all that means
it don't
nothing.
mean shit. It don't mean shit, Dave. No matter what
Superman
you don't know.
cries.
Yeah.
Superman
know how,
bleeds.
people's-
Superman cries. That's the
people's-
message. That's why he didn't die. He didn't die because God put him through this, because now he's a vehicle to show, despite having everything, you don't have everything unless you have your soul and your spirit. And that people that
And you
look
know,
like
Miss-
that still go through the same
Yeah.
things in life that everybody else goes through. No different.
And Mr. G, you guys notice, listen, sometimes in life when you're doing the best, everything's going right? You should be the happiest. Sometimes you find yourself the most miserable.
But
George,
you
you
also
need
have
to
to
send him a
understand
box with all
That
that
well,
depends on the.
I
It
can
depends
help-
on the human
I
being.
could actually help him.
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah, you could.
I could help the guy for real.
Just send him a box.
I
a
just
cookie,
helped.
raw
I
bacon
just
and
took
an
someone,
Send him
and
us.
a vet, and in the next 3 or 4 months, we'll bring him on the show. Over the last year, that was suffering post-traumatic stress, drugs, everything. Took him off everything, and he's the happiest he's ever been in his life. And he's back to where he was before all this stuff. So I can
Let me
definitely
tell
help
you
that
something.
guy.
Though. Let me tell you something. I've
He's
been
got a
around so
message.
many. I've been around so many fucking bodybuilders. Dave, you know this shit too. And John, these guys do a lot of partying. People think like because you're a bodybuilder, dude. I'm around in Sound Factory. Every one of them were lit. I had to pick up a guy who just 2 weeks before the Nationals. I'm not gonna say his name. I had to pick him up off the ground because he was laying down. He was in a fucking. I don't know, was it K-hole or what it was?
Yeah.
But I had to pick him up and put him back on the stool, and I had to, help him out. And I'll tell you who it was later. But
Yeah.
how many fucking guys there were on ecstasy? Were on everything. They're the biggest fucking drug addicts because
No,
they used to take the
Greg.
drugs for everything.
Greg, they would do the combos. They would do special K and X.
And
or
ecstasy,
GHB
right.
and X. And,
Yeah.
stacking it all up. And you fucking.
Yeah, you're talking about back in the day,
out of their
John.
mind.
You're talking about back in the day, bro.
Yeah,
That's-
like the
that's how that
90s
shit was going.
especially. But
Yeah,
these
remember
guys
that shit?
changed.
Who's that liquid dude that was big at that time? I used to sell it at my.
GHB.
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 Yeah, I used to sell it at my store, like $100 a bottle. Then,
Yeah.
I don't know, a certain time the feds, made it illegal.
Yeah,
And,
early 90s.
Everybody had to turn it in. Whatever stores carried it or whatever. It had different names, but
Rejuve.
GL and they had the precursors.
yeah,
You know what the
Rejuvenate,
sad- you know
Blue
what the
Rejuvenate,
sad part-
Nitro. Blue Nitro.
Blue
remember that?
Nitro.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Rejuve.
Nitro.
Remember
Rejuvenate.
Rejuve?
Yeah, you know what I
Yeah.
was thinking too yesterday? I was like, think about this, right? A lot
Who's
of
my
the
biggest
original
seller?
people in fitness, the guys who were the biggest, they're either gone or they're having problems. And these are from Instagram has been around since 2011, 2012. That's when everything got big. I think a lot of people have had trouble dealing with the attention. They didn't know how to handle it, the pressure. And I think we're seeing a lot of people, go or have issues in life. It's sad.
John, I think that what happened with Calum is that the success was too much pressure for him, and he wanted it. And I think it was subconscious. I don't think it was deliberate. I think subconsciously he was looking for a way out. And you don't jump out of a second story window trying to commit suicide, because you don't die usually out of it. You jump out of a 6-story window to commit suicide. So I think
he didn't like himself.
I think it was a
cry
but
out I think they were trying to stop him, Dave. I think they were trying to stop him, and that's why he ran out the window.
Right, but I think that was a cry for attention. Help. It was a cry out for help. And you know what? I said this before. John Pierre Fuchs told me when he tore his quads in that crazy photo shoot with Chris Lund, when he was squatting 700 and he collapsed under it and both quads tore. He said it was the greatest day of his life, because he knew that was it. My bodybuilding's over. I don't have any more pressure to have to do this. I don't want to do it. I'm out, And so some people, you would think, looking at Calum from our perspective, we're like, he's got the greatest life. But maybe from his perspective, he wasn't really enjoying it. Maybe it was too much pressure for him.
But Dave, a lot of people bodybuild to compensate for other things. Do you understand? Like because I'm short, I wanted to get fucking bigger if I couldn't go this way. But the thing is, there's a lot of guys who have problems. You know what I'm saying? So when they bodybuild, and it's all a facade. You see their physiques. Mm-hmm. You see how good they're doing the shows. But inside, they're still that person that they were before that never really liked themselves.
Right. Greg, I think the girls are the worst. I think girls are worse.
100%, John. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. The girls.
I went through that with Shelly Beatty, man. She was that. Everybody said that girl had everything. She had everything going on. She was an amazing athlete, amazing, everything. She was fucking miserable. Yeah. And could never get high enough. Could never get. Away. It was too much for her. But the whole climb up through Gladiators and everything was great. For the 6 years, it was. But once she found herself at the top of that mountain, staying there was really.
There's nothing else to make you excited about it anymore.
Right, you guys set a new set of goals.
You have to change your goals.
They always say it's only at the top.
What are you doing next? What's your next thing?
Only at the
top. And Dave, you know what the thing that's crazy about it is? He had all those injuries, right? He built himself back, and then he got his pro card.
Right.
So that's the crazy part about the story. So you think he would have not felt like, he couldn't do it anymore, because he got his pro card after all those injuries.
No, but that means nothing, because I'm telling you, I talked to a guy. I'll tell you who it is after. I'm not going to throw their names out. I'll tell you who's telling me, dude, I got my pro card, and I thought, okay, now things are going to change. My life's going to change. He said, I still, because he still had to go to work and everything like that. It's not what.
But Calum was making money, though, Greg. It's a different situation. I think.
I know that, but if you don't like yourself, dude, Marilyn Monroe and Elvis Presley destroyed themselves. They made money. They were the 2 greatest sex symbols ever lived. Look up sex symbol. Go to fucking Hollywood. Marilyn Monroe's been dead 60 years, and she's still the hottest thing in Hollywood. Elvis Presley's been dead 50 years, and he's still the hottest thing in Hollywood. People walk around impersonating him because they didn't like themselves. All the money in the world can't save you if you don't like yourself. Right. And some people bodybuild because they were picked on when they were kids, and now I'm going to make a man out of a Mac. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, it's all a facade. You see these guys jacked. Some of them are the biggest pussies on the planet. But because they're so big, you think, oh my God, I would never fuck with him. And that's okay. It's okay if you're not a fighter. It's okay, but they don't like themselves. So that's why they do it. That's why chicks, like what John was saying, that's why girls, even strippers, they'll go out, they'll get big tits, big titty implants and this and that, the other thing. But deep down inside, when you get them home, my mother never loved me. They're a mess.
Well, they're victims. They're playing victim. You got to be a victim or victorious. Because you'll be a victim your whole life. You got to get over it. How did the people from the Holocaust come here?
But it's easier said than done.
They need to work on these guys that get this instant fame like this. They need to work on their inside. That's what they got to work on. They should have a.
Some guys you can't reach, Georgie.
Right.
Just like the Guns N' Roses song.
Jimmy, I believe anyone can be reached.
I don't know about that.
No, George, I'm sorry.
I know some people too.
That's a beautiful thought, but it's not true.
No, it's not.
Some people choose not to want to be reached. I think that.
Dude, look at my friend Bob Bonham, who we all know.
Greg, Dave just made an extremely good point. You got to want to.
Yeah. Yes.
If you don't want to, forget about it.
Yeah. Nobody's going to reach you.
Go to it's like when you go to AA, you got to stand up and say, look, I got a problem. I'm an alcoholic. If you can't do that, they tell you got to go until you come back and realize you got a problem.
That's why drugs don't work.
Want the help.
You got to be natural.
One of my favorite sayings is, you can't fix it unless you own it.
Right.
Right.
True. Very
And that
good.
goes for motorcycles all the way to brains. It goes to everything.
Because the two most important days of your life are the day you're born and the day you realize what you're here on this earth to do. And until those people realize what they're here to do, they're going to be miserable. Colin has a big message.
Yeah.
And it's also the people that are around you too, because if the people around you, listen, if the people around you don't show love to you, you won't love yourself, So the people around you are very important.
But you know what? Who was more loved than fucking, there's some even Freddie Prinze Sr. shot himself in the head. He was at the top of his career. Girls that you don't love yourself. That's the key. If you don't love yourself, everybody in the world could love you. Who didn't 100%. Love Marilyn Monroe? Who didn't love Elvis Presley?
Speaking of Marilyn Monroe, did you see that Andy Warhol picture that he painted of her? $65 million or something like that. It sold for some crazy amount of money. Check that out, Tyler. I just saw it pop up on my feed like yesterday or today or something like that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Can you imagine that someone? I'd love to have that much money that I could buy one painting for $65 million.
Your wife would kill you.
I know. But you know what? You got to, I guess if you have $1 billion, even if you have $1 billion, that's still a lot of money, Yep. Oh, yeah, 195 million. I'm sorry. I got it wrong.
Wow.
190. Who bought it? Does it say who bought it?
Elon Musk. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't even think he would.
Yeah, what do you do when you have that much money, though? It's like
you go out and you buy shit like that.
Yeah, but a lot of these guys, they buy it for investment, though, because that shit goes up in 10 years. It's probably double.
Yeah.
You sold it.
No, you give these guys
or 20. Look down there. It says 2013. Look, 2013, 105 million it sold. So this asshole who bought it now made fucking $80 million on it.
Johnny, all that has to happen is an article has to come out that says Andy Warhol used to kill puppies, and that fucking painting will be worth 35 cents if you're lucky.
No, it never happened because Andy
Warhol put peanut butter on something.
Back then. He was Mr. Woke back then.
You know what's so great about how ridiculous art is? When Pablo Picasso, he was a big alcoholic, and he would go into bars. He would go into bars, Picasso, and he couldn't pay for his drinks. He had no money. So he would draw something on a napkin and sign it and give it to the bar owner. And these little scribbled on napkins, they sell these things for millions of dollars. These little paintings of his.
Well, Chris Angel, your client Chris Angel did that. Chris Angel went around trying to get people to invest in him. Oh, right.
Yeah.
And he had, remember the two brothers, the two Jewish brothers from Long Island, our friends.
Yeah.
He asked them for $100,000. He said, "You're fucking crazy. You'll never make it."
Oh, I didn't even know that. Story.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You used to go.
Your guy. Oh, that
my
was
brother.
Your brother's guys. Oh.
My brother. Yeah.
And meanwhile,
he can't. A lot of times when guys make it, they say, they're never gonna make it. They're not. Well, you made it. Why can't I? Bullshit. Because they don't want to be able to make it because they want to be up here.
But it just goes to show how arbitrary.
Art is in the eye of the beholder. You could look at art. Somebody could take a paint in their hand and go throw it on a canvas, and somebody else will pay millions of dollars. Art is in the eye of the beholder. Because I never looked at Pablo Picasso stuff. To me, it looked like something a high school kid did.
Yeah, but at least you could see that it had imagery. You take a guy like
Michelangelo.
Jackson Pollock. Take a guy like Jackson Pollock, who dips a brush in the paint and then just
that's what I'm talking about.
And he goes, "Oh, this is white lines feeding juice to a lion." And then you go, "What the fuck? How does he get that out of that?"
How much did his painting go for?
Somebody's writing a check.
What about the president's son?
Jackson Pollock.
How about Joe Biden's son, John?
Yeah.
How about him?
Hunter Biden.
What did he get?
How about him?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He's getting $500,000, like $500,000 a painting.
Oh, really?
Who is?
He does it like
all of a
this.
sudden,
never paid
his
for
father's
his
the
life.
president.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
he's
the
getting
crackhead, his
$500,000.
son, the crackhead. He's getting money for that shit?
There's a great story about him right now. There's a guy in Malibu who just paid $2 million to Hunter Biden to pay his taxes. This is on top of the $1 million that his father allegedly gave him to pay his taxes. So here's a guy on the board of, energy companies making all told, millions of dollars.
Hundreds of millions. From
Millions,
the UK and all
whatever
that.
it is. Millions of dollars are going to him. He's doing these straw paintings for 500 grand a pop, and he still needs $3 million to pay his taxes. What the hell?
What the?
That's
John,
okay,
you know
John.
what the
He'll get
irony
away
of
with
that
everything.
is?
He'll
Not a
get
bad
away
idea.
with it.
You know-
Don't worry, John.
John,
Yeah.
the irony of that
Who is
is
that?
that guy's also making a documentary about him. So you
Yeah.
think that's going to be kind of biased?
True.
Okay.
He's making a documentary about the laptop and the whole thing.
Oh,
That
Making a
guy.
documentary. Yeah. How about locking him the fuck up instead of
I
making a
agree.
documentary about
You
it?
got that
How about
right,
that?
Jimmy.
Did you see Elon Musk said he's going to let Trump back into Twitter?
Yeah.
I just saw that.
Everyone should be in Twitter.
Trump said he didn't want to go on Twitter. I heard him say he's not going. He's
Well,
not
I
going
think now he
He's got
will.
his own
If Musk
platform.
I
owns it,
think he
probably.
will.
because he has his own media thing going on
Truth,
now.
truth
Trump.
social.
I don't think it's doing too well, yeah. So, all right, we're going to wrap this up. Mr. G's ProteinSnacks.com. This is the Lee Priest keto cookie, right?
Right,
With
zero
the pistachio nuts in it, zero sugar. And what's the makeup of this amazing pretzel
That's
with sesame seeds?
That's-
like
you
I
asked
asked.
for sesame
I asked
seeds.
for sesame seeds.
And sea salt. I put kosher salt on it.
How come it's
Hey,
black?
George,
can
you
I
gotta
make
do the dog biscuits next, George.
I'm gonna do. We'll do that, Jimmy. When you
Peanut
get
butter.
down here, Jimmy, and
Peanut
in
butter
our
bun.
facility with your
Wait,
sauce.
can I make a bad joke?
Yes.
How about a cookie that you get, right? And you crash it all up like that. You sell it all broken up and you call it the Calum von Munger cookie.
Oh, bad taste.
I'm sorry, that was a bad joke.
No.
That was-
Too soon.
God
Too
forgive
soon,
me.
as Lee
I'm
Priest would
sorry.
say.
I said
Too
it was
soon.
a bad joke. I'm
Too
sorry.
soon.
God, I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Johnny Bravo, John Romano, Jimmy the Bull, who
Sorry.
stayed for the whole show. I can't believe it.
Yeah, Jimmy
amazing.
stayed around.
Greg
Yeah.
Valentino and Mr. G and his ProteinSnacks.com. Check them out. What anything special on the site this week?
No,
God
same
forgive me
thing.
for the bad joke.
We got 20% off for USA.
Mr. G, by the way, after last week's show, Mr. G sold like 150 cookies orders. So thank you all for supporting Mr. G and his business, and he's got some great snacks. And
By the way, the more you guys support all the businesses on RxMuscle is how they pay for this. And the more money that you guys pay for the sponsors, we'll have more content. And maybe we'll start flying around the country and doing shows around the country, period, right?
Georgie, from your lips
from
to
the hot
God's
dog.
Once I
ears.
make, look, when our company starts making in the tens of
when are you
millions-
going to Ricky's fight? What
Ricky's fight's June 25th. We're gonna pot.
Are you and Jimmy going to that?
Yeah, we're going.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
flying you guys in,
You want me
right?
to send you the post? You get the poster?
Yeah, we'll put the poster up on next week's show. But
Yeah, it's in back.
I'm getting surgery on my foot on Thursday, so next week's show, you guys might have to do it without me. I'll try to make it. You know me.
What
I
do you
don't
do
like to
without
listen.
you? We're gonna.
I'm gonna have my foot.
You live
in
right here. I'll carry you up. What are you talking about? Come on.
I might be in a lot of pain. I don't know.
where you
going
I
next
might
week,
be
Dave?
on narcotics.
You
on
better do
Tuesday.
worse shit than that, Dave.
I'm sure I'll come.
Foot, not your mouth getting operated.
The
got
show
the
must go
foot,
on,
yeah.
like Fred.
It's a pretty severe surgery they're doing, but we'll see. They're
Wow,
putting
what
3
is-
I
screws
just
in my.
got 2 hand surgeries and shit. I was working out.
Oxycontin, Dave. Oxycontin.
I know. I don't want to be too whacked out on the show. I mean, I might be too
I
funny.
think that might be a good show.
Listen, if you come on the show whacked out, we'll enjoy it, man. Yeah.
I think
All right,
maybe
all right.
Jimmy should host the show that week.
I think
Yes!
I'll let Jimmy be
Wait,
the
no,
host.
Yes,
I got a
Jimmy,
better
be a
idea.
host.
Great
I got
idea,
a better
Greg. Yes.
idea.
Jimmy
I got a
hosts the
better
show.
idea. Wait, we should all do Oxy that day.
You know, people don't remember. We used to do Heavy Muscle TV show in the studio, and Jimmy would bring a bottle of wine. Everyone was drunk every single week. You know, no one really realized that. But.
I vote for
Yeah,
Jimmy to.
that was a
Jimmy
lot
should
of
be
fun,
the
man.
host.
He was drunk off his ass by
all the
by
time you're drunk,
15 minutes.
And the drunker,
Dave,
remember we had a sponsor that
remember
was an
you-
alcohol sponsor for a while. Those shots, but what were
Dave-
those things called?
Dave,
I
where did
forgot.
you go,
Oh, that
Dave?
was from JoJo Energy.
Yeah.
When I took over the show, where did you go? I think you went to Europe or something, right? When you allowed me to have the show for.
Oh yeah. Where did I go? I might have been overseas or somewhere. I don't remember what it was.
I think you went to Dubai or somewhere.
Maybe FIBO
so
or Dubai or something like that. Yeah.
So you let me have the show for a couple of weeks, and I had all my friends partying.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They were like these real. Jimmy would do these 2-hour shows. Everyone would be drunk and trashed. Yeah. There was no mention of bodybuilding at all.
Everybody was fucking smoking weed, man. Who was doing fucking drugs out in the parking lot?
kind of like a weekend at Ed Connor's.
Mine is still. Whatever,
Dave
I'm not
came
gonna
back.
say
He's
it.
like, "What the fuck is going on here?" Right?
Jimmy, you should guest host it when he's not.
Yeah.
You should guest host it when he has his operation.
All right, you do it, Jimmy.
I'm telling you, we had a lot of fun.
Just do me a favor, Jimmy. If you guest host the show, turn your camera sideways.
I'd like to see you be the guest host again. You should host it next week.
And bring a special guest, Jimmy. Bring a secret guest on.
Yeah. If any of you guys have not seen it, Iron Therapy this past Monday, the show is up with John Bravo, myself, and Leslie Timble.
Is that a new show? Going to be a weekly show?
Is that a weekly show?
Yeah, it's kind of so far it's been weekly.
Should be, because a lot of people out there that are suffering.
It's good. We're going to be getting Antoine Vaillant on the show probably in the next week or two. Also to talk about his drug problem because like a lot of people do have issues, and I think it's good to be able to talk it out and talk about techniques that you can use to get through some tough times in life because it's going to happen to all of us. Don't think you're immune just because shit's going well now because one bad thing can happen to you and you know what? It could throw you off your whole game. So stay tuned to that show. Thank you, John Bravo, for joining us on that one. Like I said, next week or possibly the week after because I don't know if I'm going to be out of commission, we will have Antoine Vaillant. All right, for now, we're out of time. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and we will be back next week, either with or without me. Jimmy the Bull might be the guest host. Stay tuned.
We need Jimmy the Bull.
Give me the Bull.
I'm going to take the day off for that. It's going to be a special day.
Give me the Bull.
That's right, Jimmy the Bull and a secret guest.
There you go.
Jimmy's got to drink a little wine before the show.
I'll have it on the show. I'll have
Secret
the
guest,
right
Jimmy.
on the show.